What's up, my friend? There's a big chance that you don't like clarity, you simply lack decision. Because from decision, you behave differently, you have different self-image, self-dialogue, self-identification, introspection, and all of those things that I'll let you know about today. So, expansion flows towards people who are ready to hold it. And if you're letting the universe know that you're not ready to hold it by basically not deciding, not having that internal decision and architecture of your inner world, inner visualization, inner identity, internal state, how would you be able to comprehend and to conceptualize, to process, to filter out something that you want to manifest if you aren't even able to hold it internally, right? So if someone isn't experiencing growth, it usually isn't because growth doesn't exist or that it isn't happening. It's usually because they haven't become compatible with it. They haven't done that decision making internally. So your thoughts are blueprint of your life, because from everything becomes from word and to matter. Everything you experience here, you see, that's tangible. First was idea, right? So your thoughts are blueprint of your life. Every repeated thought strengthens a mental pathway. Every repeated thought becomes subconscious momentum that can become really quickly a subconscious definition from the belief that's creating that definition. So let's say you are thinking all the time that something is hard, and this is hard, this is hard, this is hard, and you'll see another guy that has completely different projection or perception towards that execution, and he'll be like, yeah, this is like GG, this is easy game, I'm on it, this is mine. And the amount of hard work and struggle and hustle the first guy should be having is of course logical, because he is approaching it with vibration of this is hard, while another guy is just in passion, in flow, in hype, in great gratitude for being able to do it, because he knows that he'll make it. That's kind of cause and effect. That's kind of logical, motivational thing, right? But let's go kind of deeper in this. So most people live in mental autopilot, and that's a fact. So they usually just don't have that enough consciousness and awareness in the body to do that self-investigation, self-introspection, to realize how many of those things that they think through the day are from the past tense, from the past self, from the past projections of their beliefs, that they usually either don't prefer the emotions that they feel because of those thoughts, because emotions are generated from thoughts that are repeated. Now it catches momentum, that is implicit, that is a belief currently. So they get projections of those emotions and they feel bad about it, and they think about it again because they feel bad about it, and then they get frustrated because they got frustrated, and they're angry because they're angry. So they have that mental pathway of repeated loop, because they're not able to actually conceptualize that they're playing ego mind game from something that's false, that isn't even new. So they live on mental autopilot, not just physical one, not just like physical one with like non-negotiables in bad way that they're doing, like they're executing on things that aren't giving them any ROI, essentially, right? Any tangible results. They're just emitting and perpetuating the old self habits that are just giving more momentum in the frequency that they're emitting with their thoughts, beliefs, and actions. So they rehearse those like, I'm not ready yet, it's too late, things never work out for me. Eventually those thoughts stop feeling like opinions. They start feeling like actual facts. And that's issue. That's unfortunately issue, because the thought that was just a thought, that was just illusion in some way at the moment, is now currently a tangible fact for them, through which they project and experience world. So you can extrapolate this in any way. If you're an entrepreneur or whatever it is that you are thinking about yourself, or your offer, you're scaling, the approach of vibrational subconscious definitions you have with it is effect that you'll have on it. So they start feeling like facts, because belief is simply a thought that you have repeated enough times to accept as true, because your mind, your subconscious, accepted as true. So the good news is that what was learned can be relearned. So usually it's not about adding more things as how much is about reprogramming, reconstructing what's already here, and cutting off resistance that you are emitting. So new thoughts create new beliefs. New beliefs create new behavior, which is the most important thing, because identity you have has certain belief patterns, and from those belief patterns you have certain emotions and thoughts, essentially, right? So by this you're essentially basically conceptualizing and creating and imagining and embodying that new identity that has completely different states and architecture of repeated loops, like thoughts that you actually prefer, emotions that you actually prefer, and easier flowing actions that's just here for you to even catch more embodiment and to solidify what's already in you with you. So we are creating new beliefs, and then we have new behavior. New behavior creates new results. So architecture can be redesigned, essentially. That's very nice thing, because that gives you that liberation from the beliefs that many people have, that this is hard to change, like it's hard to let go of this addiction, it's hard to let go or reprogram this thought pattern, or here it's hard to change this habit, it's hard to level up your identity, it's hard to change your business, your offer, it's hard to scale. So this is where real transformation begins. Instead of asking how do I get what I want, ask a better question: who would I have to become to naturally have this life? Because also quantum physics and neuroscience proven that we all have millions of versions of ourselves in the present moment, and we are selecting and choosing one that has particular degree of opportunities, let's say skills, thoughts, whatever it is. Everything that I mentioned before, all circumstances, external, internal ones, is basically from that identity that you chose to be. You can also extrapolate that example, and in TV programs you have 12 channels at the same time. You can just be tuned in one channel, and you can just you can just conceive that channel and that story, but all of the channels are working at the same time. Same thing with your identity. If you're aware, okay, let's say I have negative thoughts, and then I'm paying attention to those negative thoughts. I'm feeding the wolf of my ego mind identity that's just letting me know you have faulty beliefs that you need to reprogram and let go. It's letting us know, okay, if you feel bad about it, how can I help you if I will not make you feel bad about it? That's what your subconscious mind letting you know. But we humans don't have this knowledge. We don't have this executional architecture for those situations, right? So we will kind of go and we'll introspect it just enough to push it away, and then because of the fact that we don't have anything to push away to anything, we don't have ability to push anything from anywhere, anything to anywhere, because it's all you, essentially. So when you push things away, they'll come back even stronger, because you're suppressing them. You're not solving the problem that you should solve, and you're just you're just gatekeeping and bypassing responsibility that's you for you to grow from and to help you, because everything that you are experiencing is essentially just something best for you at exact moment for something that you actually want and desire to have. So everything is actually unfolding for you easy and effortlessly in the best ways you can imagine. And if you're treating it from the negative standpoint, if you're treating it something that you don't prefer as negative, you'll experience it as negative. That's physics. That's like not just neuroscience. That's something that we should all know, that if we are perceiving something as that, you'll get effect as that cause and effect as perception and anticipation and expectation. So if we expect that to be like that, you'll get effect to be like that. How you look at things is how things will look at you. So you can ask a better question: what do I have to become to naturally have this life? Who is the person who naturally has this? Who is the person who naturally attracts it, has it, feels safe with it? His nervous system is like this, that. How does he feels with having what you desire to have? Once you embody that, once you realize it's basically just tangible feeling and state of consciousness that identity has, you are like, okay, this version of me who already has these results just lives, behaves, and feels like it, and that's it. Okay, they read differently, they protect their time, for example, they have different standards, right? They say no more often. It's not about how much yeses they say, it's about how no's they say. So they invest in themselves, they think long term, they chose their environment carefully, they don't operate from survival, they operate actually from their inner self, purpose-driven, aligned action and standards and value, something that you value. What is it that you value? You have to find something that you would work if money wasn't a thing, and then I'll talk about it in next video. But the difference is identity is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be, because identity is that threshold from reality that you are in now and the reality that you desire, right? And people often think that you have to work, hustle, and grind often to, achieve that identity. But if that's a fact, then people on the streets will be millionaires, and billionaires wouldn't have passive incomes. I won't talk about it as well, but let's just go in acting as if quickly. Many people misunderstand idea of acting as if, let's say from Neville Goddard or someone like that. People often hear that law of assumption, acting as if. Those things are all permission slips for you to understand everything that you desire is already here and now, and you just have to tune in it with desire being already you, in you, with you, through you. So acting as if doesn't mean pretending results already exist. It means making decisions from the identity that could sustain those results. So again, it's about decision that you can sustain. It's about decision that you can be, embody, and inevitably perpetuate that tangible manifestation that you wanted so long. So someone who lives in their dream life moves with confidence, thinks strategically, invests in growth, protects their energy, takes consistent action. When you begin living from that identity now, something shifts, but there is a big chance that you'll feel that resistance, and what we resist persists, and that resistance is often our subconscious mind and our nervous system not being yet ready to kind of embody that. But it's never, because path reveals as you walk it, and that's something that I was fighting with as well, because I was always like, when I feel good about it, when I feel ready about it, then I'll kind of do this and that, and that's completely wrong expectation and execution on it. So when you behave from, through, and with that identity, your environment changes, your opportunities expand. Not because magic happened, because you changed. And when you change, reality changes. Everything is just mirror. And people say like, yo bro, I was like, people come to me genuinely like this, bro, I was assuming it. I was like speaking those affirmations. I was like visualization, affirmations, meditations. I was even like hustling and generally like being locked in and doing it. But you cannot outwork your frequency. You cannot outwork your set of beliefs, because you can. And he came to me and he told me like, bro, I was working all of those things. Reality is still the same. I cannot do it anymore. It's overwhelming me. I just cannot continue with this knowing that I am doing everything I should, but it's still not here. And first of all, there's so many things that he wasn't doing. He was like meditating, and those 50 minutes he'll be, oh, it's mine, creation is done, I am it, and then the rest of the day he'll generally doubt it. He was in that negative expectation. He was doubting and being uncertain about it, and I knew that because reality still didn't match it. Reality shouldn't match it that second. So the point of all of this is that manifestation on the earth is much slower than in other dimensions. So that means that what's the point if you just think about something and then you just have it? So if you just realize that it's about being, that's important. It's about beingness. It's about oneness. It's about I amness that lets you know that you don't have to seek external validation. That's putting something superior over you. You just have to realize that you have to be attractive to that desire. That desire should be wanting you, because you are already you passed by it. So you have to become higher frequency than your desire. You also can realize that in example of like girls or women, let's say, you actually chase someone and they're just rejecting you because they're aware that you are chasing them, because what you chase goes away from you. That's a fact. And when you kind of go and I don't care anymore, I'm happy with who I am, I have to focus on myself, this and this and this here. I'm just falling in love with this journey of working on myself and being myself and expanding myself. And then all of a sudden, like, she's coming, she's more interested, she's like more paying attention to you, and she's more genuinely empathic and interested about you. Okay, that aside, everything changes. So your standard, your decision, your environment, your opportunities, your self-image, your self-dialogue, everything is changing now. And because I said it's not that clarity is issue, it's that decision is issue, but it's also that you cannot create what you cannot clearly and adequately articulate, right? To a certain point, let's say you're in a restaurant and you're like just, you know, you're basically just ordering something and you're not sure about it, and you're just like, yeah, give me this here, or yeah, I'm not sure, and you just ordered something and you of course got something that they conceptualize as valid for you, and then you weren't satisfied with it anymore after it because you weren't clear about it. And when you desire something, let's say you desire not just new identity, you desire the framework that's kind of optimal for you to follow, because it's not usually the case that we all want same things. You know, I see so many people just, you know, some of them want to find purpose, some of them have their purpose, but they don't know how to package up their skills, they don't know how to, you know, move and align with more of their true essence to move with that purpose. So many people stay stuck simply because their vision is vague. Because their vision is, I want to get rich, I want to have money, I want to be happy, I want this person here. But it's not usually that clearly articulated within themselves, like what is the feeling, what is the emotion of having it, of behaving from it, with it, what is the exact frequency of having it right now. And then they realize, sometimes people even realize that they didn't want that thing in the first place. They just wanted that feeling of, let's say, I know the guy that wanted that car for so long time, and then he got that car and he was like, bro, I just realized I actually just wanted feeling of how people watch me in the car. Okay, that aside, that's so funny joke, period and situation with him. But he realized, okay, this is just because I basically wanted the expectation and perception people have of me. So that's also one perfect example. So if you can describe what is that you actually want, how it looks like, that's kind of the issue, because clarity creates the direction, and direction creates action, and action creates results. Your dream life becomes real the moment it stops being abstract, the moment you normalize it, the moment you normalize 30k month, or align purpose, dream, and business, or good offers, crazy good offers, and good clients, or just your USP, your body getting in place, and your health, or whatever it is. Once you normalize it, once you don't put it on a fucking pedestal, and once you just kind of realize it's you, because everything you desire is just letting you that you should remember and recognize that frequency within you. And how could you experience something even external if it wasn't you? Let's say I see so many people like speaking about and judging others, and then I realize the exact second they judge someone about something, I just see it in the second in themselves. I just, like, let's say someone is judging someone about how they look, and I will see big amount of insecurity in that person just speaking and judging that one. So it's all you, essentially, right? Okay, let's go. Now, 4 pillars of designed life. Every aligned life contains 4 core elements. Purpose, why you do what you do. Would you do it if money wasn't a thing? Is it connected with passion? Because if passion is interconnected with it, there's a big amount of possibility that you'll do it and perpetuate it and maintain it even when it gets challenging and hard, right? So passion, what energizes you, what makes you happy, what makes you full, what makes you feel complete. Because even, I mean, the definition complete is also abstract in some way and vague, because you are complete and you don't have lack of anything. When you feel bad, it's just usually because of all limiting ego mind beliefs. And I have, before I continue with this here, just one practice that you can utilize. So next time you get bad emotion, trigger, or just overall negative state, how they call it, do you know that you have opportunity to actually choose what do you feel after 17 seconds? So after 19 seconds, you are feeling that what you are feeling, and then you're observing it, then you're feeling it, you're processing it, and then you just have to become aware enough to realize that anything after it is something that you chose, something that you selected. So neuroscience is proving and is proven that if you hold one thought for 17 seconds, thought multiplies and it becomes momentum and it becomes emotion. So if you feel triggered, if you feel doubt, if you feel uncertainty, you can just focus 17 seconds of emotion and thought, of gratitude, of just start speaking good about yourself, for yourself in turn. Just speak story that you desire for 17 seconds and watch how it multiplies, it becomes stronger. So when people say to me, yeah, G, I was like feeling very quite bad in the last few days, I'm like, yeah, G, you felt bad for about 90 seconds and then after you just wanted to feel bad. So it's funny because it's unfortunately just decision and selection that you did consciously or unconsciously. I just wanted to let you know how you can solve it, and there's more techniques I'll do for you. So passion, people who you grow with and who you serve, how you serve them, how do you feel well serving them. You can also like ask yourself, okay, what action feels good? Is this idea that feels good? What is the choice that feels good? What are they doing that feels good? How do I do it that feels good? How did I feel to receive it? Because everything is about receiving. There's anything that someone achieved is basically they've heard it before they got it. So they felt worthy. They felt like it's already here. They felt well. They felt joyful. Like, so they felt it was just normal for them, right? So how they felt for it? How do they feel to allow it to manifest? Because it's all already here. Quantum physics is proving that it's all vibrating in a frequency. It's either you're tuned in or you're not tuned in. So you can only perceive what you are vibration of. You can only perceive what you are vibration of. Bar that down. So when these pillars align, life stops feeling forced. Action stops feeling misaligned, misdirected. It all starts feeling meaningful because you are acting from that full love. Even if it sounds gay, you're acting from love of yourself, because when you love yourself and you respect yourself and you genuinely did help yourself, you can do it for others tenfold, 10x. Aligned action. Alignment without action is fantasy. Action without alignment is burnout. Real power comes from combining both, of course. So start with a vision, then reverse engineer it. Dream outcome, key milestones, monthly goals, weekly actions, daily executions. Big goals become simple when broken down in simple, small, consistent steps. Progress compounds quietly and it suddenly becomes visible because you're showing universe that you decide that that's you, that you are doing it, that you are actually not how they say hungry for it. You're just showing universe that you're someone that has given himself permission and opportunity to genuinely receive it, right? By actions, by feelings, by anticipation, by expectations, by feeling good about it, right? Mastering your attention. Attention is your most valuable resource, right? So where intention goes, energy flows. Where you place it, determines where your energy goes. So that's obvious, right? If you're focusing on what's not working, if you're focusing on where manifestation is, how it will arrive, how it's not already here, oh my god, it's not here, it's how do I get it, I'm not that, how can I then be it if I'm not it? And so that's where your focus is. But it's basically just yourself inner dialogue and inner narrative that you are having within yourself that's just creating that I amness. And universe is perfect, yes, it's beautiful, perfect, yes, it's just giving yes to which you provide it with, right? So most people leak attention constantly. They can maybe scroll, they can overthink, they're choosing overthinking. So they are aware that they are feeling that, they are genuinely aware that they are feeling that uncertain doubt, and they don't have both, sorry to say, to actually execute on it. Be it because they don't have the decision within themselves. So they scroll, they overthink, they distract, they procrastinate, they go in those negative loops because they're obviously getting examples and proven feedback and data from universe letting you know, oh gee, you feel bad about it. Should you change something about it? Should you change maybe approach you have? Should you change your vibrational approach you have about it? Then maybe you'll feel different about it, and then maybe you'll act and behave different about it. So focused attention is rare, and I even see those problems in entrepreneurs on 100k months. You know, all of those things. So because most of the entrepreneurs I see, they spend big amount of time, you know, learning about marketing, sales, funnels, acquisition systems, this and that, and they really spend time actually on internalizing and conceptualizing, self-investigating, introspecting, and learning how manifestation. I'll put that word aside, and learning how universe works, learning the mechanism of reality, right? Because sometimes even entrepreneurs, not just normal people, they just feel like universe is moral. Like if they that's also a big topic, but universe is generally reaction of mechanism that you are internally showcasing by subconscious emotions and definitions you have. So when your attention aligns with your vision, momentum appears. Big amount of people don't have that genuine faith and surrender, which is emotional intelligence and detachment. That's non-negotiable, because there should be a balance between effort and trust. When you take aligned action, you can take aligned action, but if you release control over the outcome, attachment creates tension. So you kinda I see so many people getting that resistance, that tension. They pay attention to it, and because they are seeing it something tangible or something solidified, they're just bringing it more to life. And it's just your amygdala paying attention to it because it's new emotion, and you didn't know how to proceed it, how to filter it out before, and now you're paying attention to it because it's new. But if you knew how creative process works, how this all works, you won't pay attention to it, because you're aware if it's negative emotion, it's either from negative definition that I have in subconscious mind. Okay, let's see it, let's use it, let's process it, let's feel it, let's sit with it, and then let it go, because it's usually just nonsensical. It just doesn't make sense. All faulty beliefs that you can. Every time I help people reprogram their subconscious mind, and their subconscious beliefs, we are just on the end of the call, like looking at each other like this, and they're like, oh my god, like, none of this actually makes sense. None of those things I was speaking to myself make sense. It's just all limited ego mind beliefs, faulty beliefs that I either got programmed by, or they are from my trauma, or you know, emotional charged beliefs. Like they become something genuinely like tangible over time, that people don't pay attention anymore because they just believe in it, and that's something tangible for them. So that tension blocks flow. Detachment creates openness, because when you are detached, you are not attached to it, and you are creating that gap for it to arrive to you, because you aren't resisting it. How, when, with whom, bam. You are just it. You're enjoying in present moment of I amness. You're being it now. And why would you want something if you already have it? So that's why detachment is powerful, because you are letting the universe know, I'm good with it and I'm good without it. Fuck you. And you're just letting it arrive faster, a lot faster, not immediately even. So that's a beautiful thing to know, right? When you trust the process, you move with confidence instead of fear. Faith doesn't mean doing nothing, right? It means moving forward even before you see the proof, because believing is seeing. It's not, seeing and then believing. It's believing and then seeing. So, by the way, faith comes from Latin fatus, which means conviction. If you have enough internal conviction and signature to your subconscious mind that you are good without it, and then you have that emotional charge to the definition and knowing of who you are, it just comes to you naturally. You are just it. Transformation isn't a single moment, it's daily embodiment. So small actions, small mindset shifts, small decisions repeated consistently, eventually the new identity becomes natural. You stop trying to become someone new. You realize you simply removed everything that wasn't truly you. So again, it's not about adding more things. It's usually just, dissolving and letting go of something that you're not, so you can let yourself be and finally breathe and calm your nervous system down so you can receive something that's already here, so you can just tune in it. There's so many times through today that you actually tune in what you desire, but soon, second after it, you get triggered because it's not here, it's not you, you're not doing it, you're not behaving like it, and you create that inner detachment in bad way, and then it comes repeatable and inevitable to feel, because you just created that story for yourself. So, final truth for you guys: you're not waiting for luck, you're not waiting for permission, you're not waiting for some perfect moment, and you're not either waiting for something external generally to show you that you are worthy of it. You just want to feel what you want to feel. You're tuning your life every day. You're every second tuning in something. You're every day selecting something. You're every day choosing something. Every day. You're each second choosing it. And every time you feel something that it's not you, it's letting you know, hey G, you're misaligned. You're out of the now. So, through your thoughts, through your beliefs, through your focus, through your decisions, if you don't like what you're experiencing, then change the decision, change the signal, change internal state that will mirror it to you. Change the beliefs, change the emotional baseline. I can help you with that, let me know. Change the actions, do that as well. Life reorganizes around the new frequency. So even if you're like, let's say I had a friend that had a social media marketing agency, and he was like, okay G, I'm hiring best sales reps, I'm hiring like best like systems, acquisition systems, everything is in place when it comes to business. But I told him, G, you can hire the best someone for what you want to hire someone for, and you can do everything in the physical world, but the fact is, the physical is just effect of internal one, and it's just frequency being mirrored back. And if you're changing effect, instead if you change the cause and then effect gets different, you'll realize that you can do as much as funnels and acquisitions and content systems and team leaders new and you can change everything. But if founder is here at the same expectations, at same frequencies, at same subconscious beliefs, if they didn't remove their energy blocks, they'll just perpetuate what they know, what they have in their internal vibrational code. So life reorganizes around new frequency, not instantly, but inevitably, right? Because vibration precedes attraction, attraction precedes experience, and once you understand that, you stop drifting through life, you start designing it. That's it for today, guys. So you are what you desire. Genuinely, if you remember that every time you actually gotten something, perceived something, you're okay. You didn't kind of. Usually, you just aren't surprised by getting it, right? Because it's already normalized as a code within you. You detach from it. You bend that. So, if you can just internally shift to a degree to which you are no longer emotionally dependent upon seeing reality change, you'll realize that everything that's in the way, it's just decision of being. So attention, intention, emotion, action. Belief is just crystallization of repeated places of your attention, right? If you want to make your aligned path being tangible, combine your vision, your mission, your values, skill set, passion, and find demand that needs it. If you need help with building your aligned online business, monetizing your passion, or just basically changing your life, changing your mindset, changing your physique, improving anything, scaling anything, I'll be free to help you with it.